Hey guys, I'm going to be making some relish today. This pot has yellow squash, zucchini, green pepper, colored peppers, red onion, and I've covered it with water and sprinkled salt all across the top, probably a third of a cup, and I've let it sit all night just to kind of pull some of the water out of the squash and everything. And then this one is just yellow squash with the peppers and onions in it. I've also been working on some icicle pickles. These are on day one of the just hot water soaking to pull the salt back out. And these I just started last night. So they're first day soaking in the salt bath, and they'll be in that bath for 7 days. But just let you kind of see what I've been working on. Okay, for our 18 cups of vegetables total, I need 4.5 cups of apple cider vinegar. So that's 2. 4. And a half. And that's got a bunch of mother in it, so I'm going to get that out real quick, and then I'll bring you right back. Okay, I got it was like a big glob. I don't mind a little bit of it, but just aesthetically in your jars, that doesn't look as pretty. So, I've got 8 cups of sugar we're going to add in. And we're going to do 8 tablespoons of salt. I had a combination of kosher and pink Himalayan in that. And then we need a teaspoon. I'm going to do because this is going to be a little spicy, I'm going to do a teaspoon of pepper flakes, because it does have the jalapenos in it. And then we're doing 9 teaspoons of celery seeds. And 4.5 of mustard seeds. And the recipe doesn't call for this, but I like to put turmeric in it because I like the color it gives to it. So we're going to add right at 2. I didn't have that in quite full. 2 teaspoons of turmeric. So I'm going to get this back on the eye. We're going to let you see that. And I'm going to get this heated up, mixed up, and we'll bring it to a boil. And then I'll bring you back when it starts boiling. Alright, we're boiling, so I'm going to start adding in my vegetables to the pot. Alright, let me get the rest of them in and I'll bring you back. Alright, we're going to let this simmer. The recipe says 10 minutes. I usually let it go for about 20. Just so I'm sure everything's good and hot all the way through. So we're going to put this back over on the eye and let it simmer for 20 minutes, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright. We've simmered for 20 minutes. I've got my jars warm, and we're just going to fill them up to about a 1/4 inch head space. And debubble. Just a tad more. All right. I'm gonna wipe off. Around the top. And we get our lid. I'm going to do it finger tight. Let's do one more. Got that one a little bit too full. Get me a spoon. Dip a little bit back out of that one. All right. Wipe our rim off. Get our lid. Finger tight. Alright, and then we're going to put them over here in our water bath counter. And I'll bring you back when I get to that point, when I get them all ready. Here are the 8 pints with the jalapeno in it. With the, and I did, I've got the others here in the water bath. I actually had 14 cups of that, so I ended up, for my measurements, I had 3½ cups of vinegar, 6 cups of sugar, 7 teaspoons of celery seeds, 3½ teaspoons of mustard, 6½ tablespoons of salt, and 1½ teaspoons of turmeric. And I ended up with 6½ pints. And I actually, of this, had about a ½ pint that I just put in the refrigerator left. And we'll just eat on it in a week or let it sit in there and let it absorb, and probably about a week we'll eat that with stuff. But this is where we're at now. I'll bring you back when I get the others out of the water bath. And here's the final squash relish out. I had, like I said, 6½ pints of that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't as complete of one as I normally do, but just wanted you to see kind of what I've been up to with all the garden stuff coming in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.